Conquer anger with non-anger. Conquer badness with goodness. Conquer meanness with generosity. Conquer dishonesty with truth. Those who cling to perceptions and views wander the world offending people. Drop by drop is the water pot filled. Likewise, the wise man, gathering it little by little, fills himself with good. I will not look at another's bowl intent on finding fault, a training to be observed. Let none find fault with others. Let none see the omissions and commissions of others, but let one see one's own acts, done and undone. Should a person do good, let him do it again and again. Let him find pleasure therein, for blissful is the accumulation of good.
Should you find a wise critic to point out your faults, follow him as you would a guide to hidden treasure. Should a seeker not find a companion who is better or equal, let them resolutely pursue a solitary course. Hatred is never appeased by hatred in this world. By non-hatred alone is hatred appeased. This is a law eternal. Better it is to live one day, seeing the rise and fall of things, than to live 100 years without ever seeing the rise and fall of things. One is not called noble who harms living beings. By not harming living beings, one is called noble. One is not called noble who harms living beings. By not harming living beings, one is called noble. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. The world is afflicted by death and decay, but the wise do not grieve, having realized the nature of the world. To support mother and father, to cherish wife and children, and to be engaged in peaceful occupation, this is the greatest blessing. All tremble at violence, all fear death. Putting oneself in the place of another, one should not kill, nor cause another to kill. They blame those who remain silent. They blame those who speak much. They blame those who speak in moderation. There is none in the world who is not blamed.
If with a pure mind a person speaks or acts, happiness follows them like a never-departing shadow. As an elephant in the battlefield withstands arrows shot from bows all around, even so shall I endure abuse. The one in whom no longer exist the craving and thirst that perpetuate becoming. How could you track that awakened one, trackless and of limitless range? As a water bead on a lotus leaf, as water on a red lily does not adhere, so the sage does not adhere to the seen, the heard, or the sensed. Ceasing to do evil, cultivating the good, purifying the heart. This is the teaching of the Buddhas. He who can curb his wrath as soon as it arises, as a timely antidote will check snake's venom that so quickly spreads. Such a monk gives up the here and the beyond, just as a serpent sheds its worn-out skin. The one in whom no longer exist the craving and thirst that perpetuate becoming. How could you track that awakened one, trackless and of limitless range?
Know from the rivers in clefts and in crevices. Those in small channels flow noisily, the great flow silent. Whatever's not full makes noise. Whatever is full is quiet. If you knew what I know about the power of giving, you would not let a single meal pass without sharing it in some way. Let him not deceive another, nor despise anyone anywhere. In anger or ill will, let him not wish another ill. One who conquers himself is greater than another who conquers 1,000 times 1,000 men on the battlefield. Be victorious over yourself and not over others. It seems that although we thought ourselves permanent, we are not. Although we thought ourselves settled, we are not. Although we thought we would last forever, we will not. Conquer anger through gentleness, unkindness through kindness, greed through generosity, and falsehood by truth.